All right, guys, fire away. Questions, coach?
It seemed like you guys were trying to trap Tina at times to try to get the ball out of her hands, but they were moving the ball so well. How tough, especially when she starts off that strong, is it to defend that Phoenix team?
Well, they have so many weapons on the floor. We were just trying to speed them up. We were trying to put ourselves in a good position to where we could at least turn them over and try to get opportunities offensively.
Chelsea had a huge third quarter. What kind of ignited that stretch, and would it have been something that you guys changed earlier in the game to go to, or was it just her finding her spots?
I think it was her finding her spots. I mean, we had a good long talk at halftime, me and her, and I just talked to her about coming up, stepping up as a leader of our team and understanding where we were. We needed a spark, we needed a lift, and she was able to come out and provide it for us.
Did you get the sense that something was off in the first quarter or half when you guys were down 20 early, or was it a missed shots thing? How did you feel the game out that early? So you guys normally started off games pretty well recently.
Yeah, well, one of the things I noticed is, we're flat. We came out flat, and I'm not sure what caused that. One reason that I can just look at just vividly is when I seen our eyes and I watched us on the bench, it seemed like we were just kind of out of it because of where we were playing. We play a lot better on the road to start games. And for some reason, the home court today was just a weird situation for us. I don't know why.
We had a solid game on both ends. What did you think kind of unlocked for us?
Well, I think the challenge, we set out challenges for both of our all four of our rookies to come in and make an impact on both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively. And Queen took the challenge. She wanted to play. She was excited about playing against Tina Charles. And obviously, this is a learning lesson for her in several different situations, several different instances. So she was able to, compete at a high level for plays, and then sometimes she wasn't so good. But it was definitely a learning lesson for her. It was good.
We talked about Phoenix having a lot of the experience pre-game, and then you look at the box score, and the top two scorers are Tina Charles and Diana Taurasi. Do you feel like that played a factor, just the more experienced team, especially at the beginning of the game?
Yes and no. I don't really like to make that an excuse, but at the same time, those ladies are good. They were able to get in some schemes and put themselves in situations where it was very difficult to guard. And they read the court so well. They were drawing two, and we were really trying to put pressure on both of those ladies. We were doubling, so we were giving up something, and they were able to find open players. So that was something that our rotations were kind of scattered a little bit, and we did some where they were pretty good. So, we just have to continue to work, grind, and hustle.
What makes Tina so difficult to defend this deep into it?
Well, one of the things about Tina is she knows exactly how to play in the low post. She knows how to post up. She knows how to use the proper footwork when you're playing her left shoulder, right shoulder. She can get into your body. She knows how to make you foul her. And she does a great job of feel. She has a great feel for the game.
Offensively, what did you feel like was the issue to you guys just not having a great night on that?
Well, I thought we settled a lot. We took some bad shots in transition, obviously. And I feel like on the pick and roll schemes on the sideline, I think we were picking up our dribble too quick and running into their traps.
Gabby?
But defensive end, I know they've talked about it a little bit, but when you are having that double team, and that's what you're trying to aim for, how do you combat having that one open player? Because it seemed like they were able to easily find that player, whether it was like Taurasi on the 3-point line, or Scott O'Diggins-Smith was open, Turner was open for a couple of layups. How do you kind of combat that fifth player?
Well, I think it's very difficult to combat it when you allow the pass out of the double team to be sharp. So we needed to make the pass lofty. We needed to get our hands higher when it came to pressure on the ball, and that's really the only way that you can kind of get past it. But one of the things that needed to happen is we needed to move on the flight of the ball with our rotation person. And they were kind of reading two people and, they were kind of choosing wrong. So it's some things that we'll look at and on tape and make sure that we get better at.
Obviously, you guys have a 3-day break, but feels pretty long for, WA scheduling. What do you feel like you guys really need to hammer in before Chicago?
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be good for us because we haven't had a consistent practice schedule in a very long time, almost since training camp. So we'll get in and we'll do some offensive stuff and defensive stuff. We'll get our offense flowing a lot smoother because that has to happen. And then our defensive intensity and focus will have to improve in areas as well.
Okay. Thanks, Cross. All right, thanks.
Ball kind of went into the post. It was a scheme to kind of on the dribble go. And then for sometimes we was going, let our post play one-on-one. So it was difficult, obviously, but I think we still had some good stretches where it was pretty good.
Did it feel good to have a good third quarter even after the first half like that? Or did you compare at that point?
I'll be satisfied when we can win the third quarter in the game. I hate to be that person, but yeah.
Carlos talked about in the first half, he felt like you guys were just flat.
Yeah.
Overall, how did you feel about the energy that you guys provided to begin the game?
It was horrible. It sucked. It made our fans not be engaged. I feel like we let everybody down as far as that first half and the energy. And I think the third quarter was going to be our pick me up, and obviously we made a good run at it. So it's always important to kind of for us it's always a start, whether it's the start of a third or the start of a game. We have to be able to hammer down on certain things like that. It's unfortunate because we finally won the third quarter, but we lost the game. So I guess we'll have to see how it goes.
Why do you think the offense as a whole tonight struggled to produce?
Energy, flow, rhythm, everything for us was choppy. It was stints where it was good, but it was a lot more stints where it was bad. So we got to kind of put it all together.
For several times, this isn't for either of you, but where you guys send the double team in and then you end up with, a wide
On the
open
backside, yeah.
person on the block or, Trotsky out in the corner and, when you have someone like that, she's going to hit him every time. How do you just go about playing that double team to make sure that, they're not getting that easy basket after, a strong defensive possession for you guys?
I think basketball is all about taking risks and the possibility of 50-50. I think we took a risk on going to double and playing it backside pretty well. Sometimes it worked. A lot of times it didn't. So, this kind of how the games go. Our coaches work hard at a certain scheme, and we try to apply as much as we can.
How do you prepare for someone like Charles? What's your mindset going in, knowing how strong and physical and big she is?
Well, I definitely like to study their moves, what they like to do, their tendencies. Tina's a great player. She's been in the league for a while. So obviously she took advantage of the fact that I am a rookie, but just try to get as familiar with them as possible and their personnel and just what they like to do, and try your best to apply that and be physical and just try to make them as uncomfortable as they can.
It seems like up until, sometimes at the end of possessions, you guys were playing her pretty tough, and she wasn't just out there getting open. And I think offensive board wise, you guys really limited them today. What's that extra step that it takes to just finish out a defensive possession?
I would say, of course, no second chance points and just making them take tough shots. I feel like they got a lot of easy looks to the basket, cutting, moving without the ball, and of course, kicking out for the three. We just got to be better rotationally, rotate, and just make them uncomfortable, make them take shots they don't really want to take like they do to us, and grab a rebound and just go the other way. It's pretty simple executing the schemes defensively. It's just putting it all together at the right moment and picking and choosing who you want to help off of and what you want to do.
Queen, Carlos said he challenged you before the game since you were going against him. Do you like going against some of these bigs who've been around for a while, won awards, won scoring titles? Is that something that excites you as a rookie?
Oh yeah, for sure. I love playing defense. I love just getting out of my comfort zone. I love people who challenge me. I definitely feel like Tina was a big challenge. You know, like I said, she's a great player, has been in the league for a long time. And so I had a personal goal of, you know, just trying to make her uncomfortable. And, you know, she had a great game, but I feel like definitely one of these days you can do a better job containing her.
What's sort of your offensive focus been for growth recently? It seems like you're looking at that face-up game a little bit more recently. Is that something Carlos has been working with you on, or what are you focused on?
I'm just focused on being a complete player, trying to grow my game overall, step by step. The face up has always been there. I've more so showed the back to the basket a little more than I have the face up, but I feel like if I can get that face up and that back to the basket combo, that it's going to be a tough thing to defend.
When it comes to just WBA, it's a league with so many great centers. For you, how do you just trust the process and knowing that you'll just continue to get better by playing some of the best players in the league night in and night out?
Well, I have a great support system. The staff is amazing and they work really well with developing me and making sure, you know, I'm in the gym and how I can fix little things. And it's just been really helpful. The adjustment's been okay, it hasn't been too hard. And so I feel like that's a big thing when it comes to developing a young post player like I am, is just making sure they have their head on straight and they're in the gym and they stay consistent, because those things can definitely help a team win. And especially when you throw in defense in that, that can be a game changer.
Okay, Dennis. Thanks, Quinn.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Have a nice day.